doing? Check out Saving Green on Instagram yet? What? You haven't? What you doing, July?
Well, I wasn't gonna do a video today, but James was like, but Nick, we need to do a video today. We need to do another video today.
Yes, the people must see. You know, you get all this hotness in one vehicle, the people need to see. That's why the temperature's so high outside right now.
91.
Yes.
It's actually not as bad as yesterday.
When I wear my blue jeans, it goes from 89 to 90 and the sky's the limit, you know?
I just turned in the wrong road.
Yeah, man.
Talking to you, James.
We know we're in the wrong spot. We see a Georgia Bulldog sticker. We're in the wrong place.
Yeah, for real. Oh, man. What's up, ninjas? What is going on? I was not going to do a video today because it's just go, go, go. And we did one yesterday, but James has been nagging at me all day. Just, they need to do a video. They do a video.
Yes. Yes, the people must see. They hungry for us. You know?
So, we're kicking tail, guys. We, I don't know, it's 1:15. I think we've done, what, James? How many do you think we've done? 10? 12?
12? Yeah, I'd say
12.
Pretty good.
Maybe going to our 13th one, just roughly. It's in that area. So yeah, it's doing good. We're just moving right along. We already had lunch, and man, we already did the black fence faster than I think we've ever done it, James.
Yes. Well, you know, sometimes weight can cause you a problem. You got a lot of dead weights, you can't go fast. I can go fast now.
Dead weight.
Yes.
Dead weight. It's crazy. Like, we've been knocking some of these yards out faster, ninjas, than when there was 3 people or even 4 people. James, why is that?
Well, because you assume that people are going to handle things, then you got to go back and do it behind them.
Yeah.
You know how assume is.
Yeah, I don't know. How is assume?
The first 3 letters of that word take care of it.
I never thought of it that way.
It literally makes an ASS out of you and me.
Oh, snap!
Yeah.
Dude, I did not realize that. James, where did you pull that one out? Anyway, I don't know why it is, but it's true. Like, I think it's also got something to do with, we know there's just 2 of us. And if me or him don't do it, then nobody else will do it. And I think 3 or 4 people, everybody's leaning a little bit on that somebody else. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And next thing you know, everybody's dragging, or, you know, and it's taking longer. It's bizarre. Like, I definitely, you know, want to get another person for sure. But, because I don't want to burn us out by the end of this season at all. But the way me and James are moving, I'm like, I'm not rushing is the question. And I don't know if that's good or bad. What do you think, James? Is that good or bad?
Well, I think everybody else was going slow because they was looking at them black pants I had on. And just kind of stumbling around out there.
Okay. All right. Really what I want to talk to you about, I like that assume, James. That was pretty good. Sassy James. Always coming up with some stuff. Sassy James.
Well, you know, I'm a zaddy, so you got to keep it straight with your zaddy.
Okay. Okay. What I wanted to talk to you ninjas about, and James, you're more than welcome to put some input on this, because James has owned a business prior, right?
Yes.
It was, well, please do tell, what was your business?
Well, I can't let them in my business. You know, they be getting in if they get excited.
Okay, well.
But yes, I did own a business.
He did own a business, and you sold it, right?
Yes.
He sold it to a sibling of his. So James has definitely knowledge in how to run it, and obviously the business is different. It wasn't a lawn care business, but he's got a good idea of what's going on. But so you can definitely put some input on this. But the reason I've started this video, as I was mowing earlier, not today, but earlier in the week, I was talking to a client who asked me for a price. So I looked at the yard and I gave her a price, and she said, can you do it? Let's say we were $20 difference, okay? To make it easy. $20 difference. And so I said, no, how about we meet halfway? So $10. And she said, okay. And then, like, after we did the first official cut, she called me and said that, you know, she didn't need our services anymore. Well, her daughter called me and said, can you go ahead and do it for that price that she had originally mentioned? And, you know, I thought to myself, if I could do it, if I could have met her halfway, that 10, I mean, it's not a big yard at all. I could probably do it for the price that she's requested. I guess she's on a tight budget. So my question is, have you come across something like that? You're about to lose a customer over $10. Or do you hold your ground, or do you say, you know what? What's $10 and I get another client, and it's a weekly. So James, what's your input on that? Would you let it go?
No, you have got to know what you're worth.
Mm-hmm.
And you do a good job with good equipment, and you do it fast, and it's worth the money.
It's worth the money. So you're saying don't go with what she requested?
No, never. You can compromise in some places, but know what you're worth.
I bet you compromise, James.
Yeah, no, I never compromise. I get what I want.
Okay. So Ninjas, what do you think about that? I totally get what James is saying, and I agree. You definitely have to know your worth. You have to know what it costs you to service that yard, the equipment you have, the people you're paying, the wear and tear, and how much money the business itself has to make. But at the same time, some people sometimes, and I've done this in the past, I haven't done it here recently, but sometimes, you know, you're like, if I could do it for, let's say, I told her it's $60 and she wanted it for $40, and I said, let's meet for $50. Here's a good example. Those numbers are not the right numbers, but I'm just using it as an example. And so I said $50, and we did it the first time for $50, and then she didn't need my services anymore. And then her daughter says, can you do it with originally what she requested, which was $40? So would you lose out on a $40 customer over $10? Because you were originally willing to meet halfway at $50 for $10, or were you going to be? Would you have said, you know what, I could do it for $40, you know, to get another customer weekly? What would you do, Ninjas? I'm just curious because I'm kind of in a spot right now. Those are not the right numbers, but that is the situation. Should I say, you know what, that's another account, you know, I could pick up, you know, what's $10? Or should I say, you know what, no, I've already met her halfway of what I originally told her, and I'm not going to do it. So James, you're still sticking to your story?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you now, I've never had my services canceled. Once you get my services, you got them. You know
once you get James's services, you got them for good.
If you've been serviced by me, you know what I'm worth, so there ain't no sense in us contracting.
Alright, Ninja, so I wanted to ask you that, and I also just wanted to say, like, we've been kicking tail. Like, it's been crazy. I haven't recorded anything mowing. Like I said, I wasn't even going to do a video today, but the way me and James are moving, Monday we killed it. Tuesday we killed it. We were a little slower than Monday, and today I feel like it's another Monday. We're killing it. We're just moving. It's a consistency thing, and James knows it's just me and him, and I know it's just me and him, and I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. You know, I definitely want to get another person on board, but at this point, I just don't want to burn myself out or burn him out. But at this point, we're moving a lot faster than when we had 3 people, James.
That's right, because we finished the list. Ain't nobody want to go home and tell their mama that we didn't finish the list.
No, if I show up at home and the list is not done, I might be sleeping in the garage with my...
You got a really nice garage, so it's okay to sleep in there.
Yeah, somebody said in yesterday's video, that's Mama's a genius, man. The way to get me to clean out the garage.
Yeah, that's how it's done right there.
Yeah, that's how it's done right there. She knows what she's doing. But I wanted to ask you that. I wanted to let me know down in the comments. Would you take that job, or would you walk away and say no? Now, would it matter to you if it was an older lady who's probably on a very tight budget, maybe Social Security, maybe pension, whatever, would that play a factor, or would it not? And would your mind change if it was somebody that's a younger person? Let me know on that. Let me know what you think and what would you do. So James is obviously still holding to his guns.
Yes, definitely. I like to hold on with both hands.
I bet you do.
Get in there, get them both hands.
I bet you do, James. See you, ninjas.
All right, guys, we're just finished this one, and James is blowing off. Another topic I want to talk to you ninjas about is, there's James right there. Whoop. You know how we just talked about customers dealing, wheeling, dealing? Come on, little bug, get out of here. What about employees stealing? Would you let them go or give them a second chance? So there is a previous ninja, I'm not gonna say his name because it's not really important who it is. What's important is what they did. And that previous ninja, I'll let James get in here. He can put a little input on that one too. Come on, James.
In here.
Sassy James, 007.
It's hotter than one of them Baptist revivals.
Okay. So James, I was just telling them, you know how we were just talking about customers dealing and wheeling?
Oh, yes.
Let's talk about, because me and James were talking about it before we got to this yard. Let's talk about employees stealing. How about that one? That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a good one. And you're more than welcome to input on this as well, James. So I was about to start telling him, and then I was like, I'll wait till you get in the truck. There was a previous ninja. The customer requested for an additional, so they were at a yard mowing. The customer, and how I know this is I'm actually in contact with the owner. So he knew that he came from me, and me and him stay in touch. You know, we're, I wouldn't say we're best friends, but we're civil. And so he definitely keeps me up to date. But what would you do on this, James? So the customer, let me ask you first what you would do. So if you're mowing or weed eating for me and I'm not there, and let's say you're driving this truck or you're sitting there, it doesn't matter, it's just you and another guy. And let's say you're mowing this house even, it doesn't even matter if it's this house, and the customer says, hey, can you grab a weed eater and go down there by the water real quick and then maybe a bank or something and just weed eat it, and you know, just weed eat it. How much, you know, and I don't know if you would say, you know, maybe you would give them a price, maybe you wouldn't, but first of all, would you do it?
No.
You wouldn't do it. Why?
My first impulse is to call you. It's your business. It's not my business. I
Okay.
don't run it. I don't own it.
Okay. What if, okay, but well, let's say you did. Let's say you did. All right. So the customer comes out, he's in a rush, she's in a rush, and then she says, or he says, thank you, you know, here's the check. And you look at the check and it's for 50 bucks, for example, or 100 bucks, whatever. But the check is blank, like who's it written out to? Now, I do understand that that customer asked you to do that service additional than what normally is done at that particular yard, for example. But you're working for a company, so there's a blank check. What do you do with that check?
I bring it to you because I'm going to get a check on Monday. And it's way bigger than 50 bucks. And it ain't worth it.
Okay. So what this particular individual did is they took that check and they basically looked at it as, that's my check. I did that extra work that we don't normally do. I keep that. So that particular individual wrote their name on that check instead of to the company name or just leaving it blank and giving it to the owner. They wrote their name and cashed it, or cashed it, or they did cash it. So what would you do with that? Is that stealing?
Yes, and any man that would do that would kick your dog when you're not looking. I'm telling you, that's just not good stuff.
What would you do, ninjas? Would you give him another chance, him, her, whoever, or would you say that's it? And the reason I'm asking is this employer that I stay in touch with, I think is giving him another chance. He's giving him a last chance. But anyway, so we covered employees wheeling and dealing, and now customers wheeling and dealing, and now employees stealing. So
Can I ask that another way, sir?
yeah.
If the same man was mowing your granny's yard, would you still trust him at your granny's house?
No.
That's a good question.
Okay, you got a point. So anyway, my answer is no. It would be an automatic, but I guess this other owner is going to give a second chance or whatever. But you know, if an employee steals from you, no matter what it is, guys, $5, even a penny, yellow penny, $50, $100, whatever, then what else are they willing to do that's behind your back? You know, whether it's money or damages or, you know, whatever that they're willing to do and not let you know or go behind your back. Isn't that right?
Yes, and some of them have even stole little sneak peeks at me when I'm getting my weed eater off the rack. I don't count.
Sneak peeks.
Sneak peeks, you know, you got the Instagrams and sneak peeks stuff.
Gotta do them sneak peeks. Get your sneak peeks.
That's right.
All right, so let us know. Let me know, okay? Let us know in the comments about the customer situation ordeal, and also as far as just you employers out there who have a business and are doing this same thing. What would you do if you had an employee do that? You know, would you give them a second chance? Would you communicate with your customers and let them know, do not, you know, give any kind of payments to any of the employees? You know, that's not their responsibility. Always contact me. What would you do? I'm curious, because I think I would terminate the employee, and I would definitely talk to my client, make sure that they do not give any kind of form of payments to the employees, because they you know, you don't want your employees in that situation where they're having to accept money, and then what if money gets lost or missing or similar to what this story. So anyway, all right, we're off to the next one. Thought that was a good topic.
That is a good topic.
That's a dang good topic. So all right, ninjas, we just wrapped this one up. James Bond is about to blow this bad boy off, and good job, buddy, good job. But what I wanted to show you, ninjas, is look down there, right there. Hold on. You know who that is? I'll tell you in a sec. Hold on. Hold on, let me get in the truck. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the company that Brando Commando's working for, and there he is, actually, right there. Hopefully we'll get a footage of him, maybe even let him say hi as we're about to leave. We pulled up right about the same time, and we're done blowing off, and they just started mowing. But yeah, I love the kid to death, man, but he lied. And what's crazy is a lot of these people just lie. Why can't you be honest? He told me he's got a concrete company that he's working for when he was quitting, and that he got $17 an hour working for a concrete company. Yep, I see they're doing a bunch of concrete work right there. But anyway, it's weird, man. Why do people feel like they can't be honest? And he's not the only one. There's all of them. Most of them, just about all of them, have always have a different story. All right, there's James Bond. He's coming. We're done. We're done. Brando Commando Rambo. Oh, I guess look, he running. He missed the spot. All right, ninjas, so here we have another property. I just parked here on the side, hopefully cars can get by, that my real estate agent lady, a really good friend of mine, want to give a shout out to her. She knows, she probably watches these videos. So I'm not sure if this is going to be an ongoing thing or a one-time deal, but it's pretty tall. It's pretty tall. It goes all the way down, and it's nice flat mowing, but a little bit of weed eating. I mean, look at that. That's pretty tall around that shed, but nothing too crazy. Let's check the other side. But guys, I can't like emphasize enough, if you're trying to grow your company, you're trying to grow your business, and you know, you're just now maybe getting started, or this is your first year, like really connect with your real estate people. I keep repeating that, but I'm telling you, they will, if you make a connection, they will send you work all the time. And I got 3 of them with 3 different companies, and it really helps out. I really appreciate that. Even if just one-time mow, like even if this is just a one-time mow, guys, one-time mow, you know, who cares? It's business, and it's money you didn't have before. So sometimes it's a one-time mow, sometimes it's a couple of mows, and sometimes it can go during the whole season. Just depends how fast the house sells. Now, this is pretty tall. I mean, it's over ankle high for sure. Yep. All these cracks need to be weed eated and all that. Make it look nice. Man, look at Tiny. It's not because it's my truck, but that's one sexy truck. Look at that. Look at that. Man. Look at Tiny, them rims, tires, tinted windows. Oh man. You hear that power stroke? You hear that power stroke? Yeah, buddy. Tiny is a beast. Tiny is a beast. Now, I'm not just saying that because it's my truck, but that's one sexy truck.